Hi there. We are in front of the brand new Wichita baseball stadium, the Windsurge Stadium, which I know you've all heard about, and we all should have been to 10 baseball games right now, but we have not been able to because the world has come to an end. In any case, I'm here with the general manager, Jared Forma, and Jared is originally from New Jersey, he tells me, and then he's been to here and he's been to there. But he's here in Wichita and he's overseeing this whole mess. And I'm also here with our program chair, Cindy Carnahan. She put this program together. And Tim Fruits with MiLB Creative is doing our videoing today. And what we're going to do today is going to be a little different than live. We're going to go ahead and have Jared show us all the ins and outs of the building. And then we'll see that on Monday when it's time. So, Jared, where do we go?
All right, welcome for your first time into Riverfront Stadium.
Beer here! Beer here! Cold beer! Hot dog!
So what you are looking at is obviously the baseball field here, now over my shoulder. We are down the left field line. Let me get my bearings. And you could just see how spacious and beautiful this park is. We have one seating section. That's all we went with is our field box seats. All the seats are in, and we'll walk down in there in a little bit. Where I'm standing is our berm area. So we have our berm and general admission seating all in the outfield. We have a left field bar and some restrooms behind our enormous and beautiful state-of-the-art scoreboard. What you're looking at over the outfield wall will be our team store, future baseball museum, Emprise Pavilion up top, and the Windsurge front offices. So why don't we walk down the concourse and maybe we could show everyone just how spacious the concourse is. Much different than probably Lawrence Dumont and some other older stadiums. We have some of the widest concourses in all of minor league baseball. It is terrific. We have restrooms everywhere in this building. Nobody should ever wait in line for a restroom, especially you women. We have probably twice as many I don't know, let's call them point of sales for women restrooms versus men. So we never will see a line at a ladies' room, and that's our goal. And these bathrooms, and we'll save a little something to the imagination, but they are magnificent looking.
Now, when you use the word point of sale, these are not coin operated.
That is correct.
Okay.
The restrooms are free.
There's
Do
no
not
money
worry.
being made there.
Now, Doug said I'm originally from New Jersey, but I apologize. I spent 8 years in Florida. I'm going with my hood. It's a little chilly out here today. So, again, our concourse is as wide as it gets. It's spacious. If you don't feel like being in your seat, you have standing areas and just so many different areas to enjoy the game from. Additionally, unlike what Wichita was used to with the old Lawrence Dumont, we're going down our concourse a little more, and it's undercover, most of it. Secondly, you never lose view of the game, so you come up the seating bowl to the concession stands, restrooms, and you could always keep your eyes on the action. And I'm not sure if they could pick up the net here in our seating bowl as well, but we were the first stadium designed that included a protective netting foul pole to foul pole, so no children will ever get hit with a line drive foul ball, which if you're someone who's operated stadiums in the past, that is the greatest thing that I've seen here, is because we've all been through an awful experience in our stadiums where that young kid gets hit with a line drive foul ball, so we're so excited about the protective netting. As we continue, and we'll be upstairs here in a little bit, but you could just see our beautiful third level, and we apologize, there is still a little bit of work, so for some noise in the background. But we have our Fidelity Club, followed by our press box, and our luxury suites, and then the Coors Light Pavilion. So what we'll do is we will head upstairs and we'll see you in a minute. And so now we're up on our third level in our Bravely Onward Fidelity Club, and we thank Fidelity for being such a great partner. This is one of the, you're going to hear me say this a couple times, but this is one of my favorite areas in the ballpark. It is a beautiful club that gives you some of the best views of not just the stadium, but downtown Wichita as well. During baseball games, we do sell the Fidelity Club as a season ticket. It includes your beautiful seating outside as well as seating inside, a complete 2-hour plus dinner every night, then ballpark snacks, and all your non-alcoholic beverages. For folks that do like adult beverages, we have a custom bar in our back corner over where we'll show you in a minute, our back corner of the Fidelity Club. This is one of the best places for a Windsurge game. Additionally, we rent it out year-round. We'll be able to host Rotary meetings, weddings, sit-down banquets. The furniture that you slowly see getting set up in here is more for a baseball game, but we could take all of this out and set up banquet-style seating up here as well. Again, thanks to Fidelity Bank, our Fidelity Bravely Onward Club is one of the most unique and awesome viewing experiences we have here at Riverfront Stadium. And again, the views of the stadium and of downtown are just amazing. It's kind of brand new, state-of-the-art seats, and I know you're thinking a seat is a seat, but they're brand new 4-top style mesh seating that are some of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in at a stadium. So when you get a chance to check it out, I promise you'll come find me and say you're right. It's more comfortable than a normal stadium seat. So we're excited about this, and again, just the view that you see over me, this is, you're going to get the best view of the game, the view of just the rest of the ballpark, and of course, downtown Wichita in either direction you look at. So again, whether it's a baseball game or a non-baseball day event, we hope you book something with us here at the Fidelity Club. Welcome back. You're in party suite number 14 here. One of the great things about Riverfront Stadium is we have 12 what I call regular suites, which we'll go in one in a minute. But then we have 2 party suites, which are just a tremendous spacious way to take in a game that we run out on a nightly game basis. Party suite 14 holds about 35 people that we would rent out. Again, just an unbelievable way to socialize, and there will be, I promise, we will very soon be able to socialize again in person. But it's a great way to take in a game. Again, like every area we try to build here at Riverfront Stadium, just unbelievable views of the ballpark. We were supposed to play last night. If we had a game, we'd probably be watching it how we are now. Should it be nice out? It was cold and rainy last night. All these windows open up and just give you more of an outdoor feel. Again, there will be some more furniture. You don't have chairs in here yet. Due to the last 3-4 weeks, everything's just slowed down again a minute. But again, within another week or 2, everything will be set up. When we fully cater the food and beverage for you, again, a beautiful mini kitchen back here. We would have a fully stocked refrigerator of whatever you so choose to order. Beautiful granite countertops with sternos built in. No more the old lighting sternos up.
Jared, do you have an idea of what the fee is?
I have a very good idea.
Give me exactly to the penny.
I knew better 3 weeks ago when we were in sales mode, and now the last 3 weeks I've been in construction mode. But this is $1,500, and again, it gets you 35 people up here in Party Suite 14. The one next door, Party Suite 13, is just a little smaller, and that one's $1,250.
Okay, cool.
Well, welcome to a very unique part of Riverfront Stadium where not many people ever get to really visit, but we're up in what we call our control room of the press box, and I always call this the magic room. Anything fun you really see that we do during the game really all happens from here. And it is, I don't want to give my age away, but back when I started in baseball, this room really consisted of a microphone that you would hear a PA guy talk out of. And no joke, my first stadium, we had an organist, live and in person. Now, welcome to what technology has done. This is what a control room looks like now, but this is where all the amazing stuff happens, and I'd be lying if I could tell you what everything does up here, and thankfully they don't train me on all this, because I could be annoying at times. I would annoy everyone, but this is kind of where our PA guy will sit. Test, test, they turned it off. We couldn't talk to the whole stadium right now. I believe this is where all the music gets played from, so all that fun in between inning and during the game music. And I believe this one operates that enormous video board, which is just tremendous, that you see out in center field right now. And if I keep telling you what all these other computers do, I'm just going to be lying to you, because I really don't know. But it operates all the in-stadium TVs and cameras, replays, what we call IPTV, where we could show you different messaging on the TV throughout the games. The little iPad there actually just turns on and off our lights. Hopefully some of you have seen, excuse me, some of you have seen on the news or something at night that we light the stadium in blue to pay respect and thank all the first responders, doctors, nurses, grocery store workers, what we call all the heroes, as we're fighting through this pandemic. Again, I don't want to give my age away, but when I started, in baseball, you'd have to go to the bowels of a stadium and shift these really loud, annoying handles up, and you'd think you're blowing the world up with the noise they make to turn the lights on. Well, welcome to 2020. iPad, I put in the password, which I'm not going to do right now, so y'all don't know my passwords, but boom, 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 and all the lights go on, and as I said, we light it up in blue. You could choose colors and make them flash and dance, and it's amazing what you could do to entertain people at a stadium these days. But I would say for a baseball game, we probably will have 10 to 12 folks up here working, and it's just, organized chaos, I guess, is the best way to describe it. But that's how we get our entertainment out, from the video board to the on-field activities to the music to the PA guy to the TV screens to everything. So when you wonder how it all happens, this is the magic room where it all happens. So hopefully we'll be entertaining you soon. Welcome to one of our regular suites, I'll call it. We were in a party suite. We also have 12 regular suites, which again, this community's been, I don't even want to say supportive, because that's an understatement. This community has just been amazing to the Windsurge since we came here to town, and fortunate for the Windsurge, all the suites have been bought out on a year by year basis. You're in the Windsurge suite, the one the team gets. So this one we will rent out occasionally throughout our seasons, because again, all the other ones have been bought by the great companies here in town that have been such great partners. They are some of, again, I've been doing this 20 plus years. I'm not sure I've been in a suite as nice as this, and it's the most unique suite I've seen. I'll show you why in a minute, but right now we're on the inside portion of the suite. Much like the party suite, we have some nice furniture. We will have a big TV on that wall at some point. Beautiful granite countertops and fridges. Again, I think I pointed out in the party suite, but no more of the old chafing dishes and lighting those sternos. It's all built in, and someone smarter than me will figure out how to use it all, but they're so much safer, for the fans that are in here. So again, we are inside the suite right now, which could probably comfortably hold 15, 20 people. What makes our suites, to me, the best I've seen in any stadium, and this would include major league stadiums too, so not just minor league stadiums, is normally in a suite, you have your inside, you have this door, and then you come to your outside seating. Well, what we did here is, and again, I've only been in Wichita. I moved here in September. I've been coming back and forth, I don't know, for 18 months or so, but Wichita loves their garage doors, so every suite has a garage door, excuse me, which will be up to them to open and close each night. And we do have the outside seating you get with every suite you've probably ever seen or been in. What we did here, which I've never seen, is build this patio that we're kind of standing on and talking to you from. I've never seen this with just a suite at a stadium before. So to me, these are the best suites I've ever seen. You have the inside. You could hang out here, and we're not done with the furniture yet, but another socializing area. All before you get to your state-of-the-art, comfortable mesh seats that I showed you in the Fidelity Club. So to me, there's never been a better designed suite. And again, I can be biased at times, but on this one, I think I'd be accurate. This is probably the nicest designed suite I've seen. So talk to your fellow business owners, call the Windsurge, and we'll get you up here to check them out. But again, what a view. I've been pretty lucky to be part of this project, but this view does not get old, I tell you. It is just an amazing, amazing view. Again, not just of the field, but of this beautiful city of Wichita. We've been really lucky, and again, this copper finishing and just the attention to detail has been tremendous. And we did what's called a design build, and I promise you 18 months ago I knew none of the terms. None. I sold tickets and hot dogs for a living again. But we have two architects on the project, right? We have DLR Group out of Kansas City, but we have the amazing team of SJCF here locally. We've had two different construction teams. Unbelievable group out of Kansas City, J.E. Dunn, but locally EB Construction. So we've had so many people working together, and it's fitting because we're a sports team, but it's really been a team that's come together to do this. And because of the amount of people, I think, and the great teams that were brought together, I don't know if there's been really too many details that slip by, those great companies. So we're in the hallway or the concourse of the suite level, which is pretty much done. They still need to finish the floor out here. Again, I recently moved from Florida to finish this flooring. Apparently you need like 4 straight days of above 60-degree weather. So you'll see a floor here maybe in July, the way I've seen the weather go here in Wichita. It's 30 degrees out now. We're 40, which means it'll be 88 tomorrow. But we'll probably be back at 30 degrees the following day. If you keep following me, we're heading out to another hospitality area. There's no furniture in it. I apologize again, same flooring they haven't been able to finish yet. But we are in the Coors Light Party Deck. Yes, Coors Light Party Deck. I try to get all my terminology correctly. Thank you, Sydney, for saving my life. And again, this is a rentable space for groups of 25 or more. So a beautiful Wichita sign. These letters are enormous. But this great city, we wouldn't be here without this great city, so we cannot be prouder to have this Wichita sign, which will light up and be seen from the highway. Against this wall to my right will be a nice bar that fans can get adult beverages from. I'm going back to my hood. I'm sorry, folks. But again, there will be furniture throughout. There will be bar stools up here at the drink rail. And again, just this view of taking in a baseball game from up here. It's, again, the views from these hospitality areas, again, I know I'm biased, but I haven't seen it in too many stadiums in my time. It is truly, truly amazing. We have the beautiful field, and again, of the beautiful city we have here in Wichita. Before we head to the Windsurge clubhouse where the players will call home, I want to just show you some more views again, because I totally forgot from here the unbelievable view of the river, the Arkansas River. And again, it is just unbelievable what you get to see, especially on some nice days. The sun has come out this afternoon. If you could look over my shoulder, that is our Dylan's picnic area, Dylan's picnic patio. Again, that is a $35 ticket with an all-you-could-eat. That's all you could eat and drink non-alcoholic beverages. and it gives you some of the best unique four-top style seating in that picnic area. We'll have a fully catered food underneath that covering. And again, it just gives you an unbelievable view. Also over me, again, I mentioned it earlier, but we have our on the top level of this beautiful brick building will be the top to the right will be our Windsurge front offices. But kind of above where you see the team store sign will be, we have it on the river side. We haven't installed the one on this side yet. Our Enterprise Bank Pavilion, another hospitality area for companies and people to rent out on a game-by-game basis. And downstairs over there, one of the biggest and nicest team stores I've ever seen. And then I don't know if you could see the garage doors where there's some construction junk still hanging out, but that will be the home of the Wichita Baseball Museum, where we'll pay respect to the unbelievable tradition and baseball tradition that's come through here in Wichita. All the teams before us, the NBC tournament, which will also be played on this beautiful field in coming years. So a great view of the river, our Dylan's picnic patio, and our beautiful front office team store, Enterprise Bank Pavilion building. Well, we're downstairs now on the, I guess I'll call it a street level, but in our clubhouse level. So this is where your Windsurge, your future Miami Marlin, and future major leaguers will spend a lot of time. Baseball players spend a lot of time in their clubhouse, and like so much else here, I think we have one of the top clubhouses in all of minor league baseball. I'm pretty sure it might even be better than some of the older major league stadiums if I had to guess. So why don't you follow me? We're going to come through a door that actually takes you into the players' lounge eating area, and then we're going to head right into the Windsurge clubhouse. So come on in, and again, this isn't finished setting up, but this will be their lounge eating area. Again, the game has changed quite a bit over time. When I first started, you fed the players old concession food. You literally take the leftover hot dogs and chicken fingers, and that was their dinner. Now almost every team has a nutritionist, and so we'll be having to cook whatever the Miami Marlins tell us to cook essentially, but it's all healthy food now, and it's all about nutritionists and sleep studies and all that fun stuff. As I say, Babe Ruth wouldn't be allowed to play baseball anymore because, he liked other things besides healthy stuff. But, so this is a fairly normal player lounge, but come on into the clubhouse. It really is amazing. We think we don't have any of the middle of the room couches, furniture set up, but this is as spacious a home clubhouse as I think exists. There are chairs actually. You can get a close up of one of the awesome folding chairs we got for the players. We did custom lockers. It's probably one of my favorite things because we really try to think of everything, and it's amazing the attention to detail that you need because most lockers you hang their jerseys up, the bottom hits here. We made sure to get the bar just high enough because luckily we've had enough people that have been in this game long enough for those little tiny things, cell phones, iPads, etc. So wanted to give the players a way to charge their stuff while they're at their locker. Most stadiums currently don't have that because it's older stadiums. Then we said, well, that's great if they want to keep it locked up. What about when they're here and want to use it? Well, we put in a hole right here. Now they could run the cords down so they could use it while they're here at their locker. They're out on the field and they don't want it left around for whatever reason. They lock it up. They'll be able to set their own code. Again, one of our brand new state-of-the-art, it's not state-of-the-art, I don't know why that just came out of my mouth. It is just a folding chair, nothing state-of-the-art about it, I promise you. But it is brand new and gorgeous with our Windsurge logo on it. Might have made a mistake. We also are giving these to the visiting team's locker room, so we'll see if they leave them in good condition or not after a bad game. But again, just it really is a tremendous, spacious locker room. Some of our players played in New Orleans last year, which is a really old stadium and a small clubhouse. They're going to think they hit the jackpot. And again, you know, Miami has a pretty new stadium, and gorgeous stadium, so I'm sure their locker room's a little nicer, but no doubt there are certain, you know, you go to some of the older stadiums, and I would put our home locker room up with any of those older major league stadiums. We also have a visiting team locker room, not quite as big, but probably as big as any visiting team locker room in minor league baseball. And then we actually have a third locker room. We call it the auxiliary locker room, and we did that because, again, we plan on hosting so many different type of events, football games and soccer games and concerts, and so we have 2 full other locker rooms that we can use year-round and never have to disturb the Windsurge home locker room, so we're excited about that. Probably starting to run out of a little time. Again, I apologize, I'm from New Jersey. I like to talk a lot, but why don't we kind of give you, to close it out, a little fun experience and head out to the field like we're a bunch of players. So just like the players come out of the clubhouse, and it's kind of go time here. It's time to play some baseball. So I don't know, I'm not a player. I don't know what goes in their heads as they go to take the field to play a game, but I'm sure this is where they...
Are we screaming Windsurge, Windsurge?
Yes, sir. You know, I'm sure this is where those players switch that, you know,
Everybody's got the headphones
flip
on.
the switch, and it's, you know, where they get a little more serious, although baseball players are never that serious. But wow, what a view as you come out here. And this is where the magic ultimately happens. This is, you know, our goal here is to entertain all of you each and every night we open Riverfront Stadium, and obviously the players' goals is to continue to develop and make the major leagues. Again, I know we're a little short on time, so I hope we could do this again. Well, I really hope we could do this in person one day soon, but even if we could not, you know, let me know. We'd be happy to show you around again or a little more. I do want to say, you know, obviously I could be biased, but this is, I've been doing baseball 20-something years and been in a few stadiums now, and man, this is by far the nicest stadium I've been in. It's, I want to say, the top stadium. Bias, I would bet my life we're a top 3 to 5, if not the top minor league stadium in all of baseball. And, you know, we've heard from, you know, this great city and the passion, and they've been so supportive. And I can promise you one thing, that, you know, we have a couple people on staff that work with the Wingnuts and have been working at Lawrence Dumont. Again, we're going to host with NBC the NBC tournament. It's hard to explain until you come in here just how great this Riverfront Stadium is, and it's nothing like Wichita has seen. And we promise you, you know, when you come here, you'll say the same thing if you didn't get a good view of that today, just how spacious it is, how there is not a bad seat in this ballpark. It's a great viewing experience anywhere you go. You know, and we're so fortunate, Lou Schweckheimer, the ownership group, to have gotten us here. But they didn't get us here. Wichita got us here, and Lou's the first one to admit that. And I think Wichita has a stadium appropriate for how great a city it is. And again, I know we're all going through some tough times, and I promise you, we had April 14th circled for, 18 months on that schedule, and we were hoping to pack this place all weekend for the next 30 years, but our time will come. You know, we just hope everyone remains safe and healthy. We encourage everyone to keep following the stay-at-home orders and social distancing, and just, we want to do our part with the rest of the community to get through all this so we can have that magical day when we open this beautiful park for everyone. And no doubt, we can't tell you when that's going to happen yet. We follow directions from Major League and Minor League Baseball, but the day will come. We're not here for a year, we're here for 30 years. I moved recently, the whole front office moved, and because of Wichita, we feel like part of this community, and we cannot wait to welcome you to your new home. So thank you for having me.
I'd love to shake your hand, but I can't, and I won't.
I've told him allowed to do an elbow.
We'll do this.
Perfect.
But you've done a magnificent job, and I got to tell you, as a native Wichitan, I'm bowled over. I mean, I have not been out here. I've driven up and down Kellogg, and I saw the Wichita sign a couple days ago on the back side of the building. I know lots of people have been involved in this project, but OMG, when you get a chance to come in here and see the real deal, we're going to be so proud of our city, because this is really a spectacular thing. And I was telling Cindy Carnahan before she left, you know, this is a place that will be fun enough to come to just to have the hot dog and the beer and the camaraderie. If we could have a great baseball team and get the city behind the team, this will be a real destination. It'll be great.
We appreciate it. Thanks for having us, and stay safe, everyone, and go Windsurge. We'll see you at Riverfront Stadium soon.